and welcome back to another episode on the Fashion Fables podcast. Today, I am welcoming fashion and lifestyle blogger Kay Liz. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. I am super excited to be here. And also, hello to everyone who's listening. My name is Keeley. So, hello.
Okay, so let's get right into the questions. So, Kaylee's, if you can begin by talking a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so like what I said, my name is Keeley. I am a homeschooler currently in high school, and I am from Pennsylvania. And I have a fashion blog on Instagram named Editionstyles, so you guys can find me there. And I basically talk about fashion, lifestyle, and beauty. And I also have a second blog named Travels in Style, where I basically kind of share my traveling experiences, and I do a lot of camping, so I talk a lot about camping and stuff like that. So yeah.
Awesome. I love that you're following your passions at such a young age. I think that's so important, and I'm so glad you found what you love to do.
Thank you. Yeah, that makes me happy.
So, what inspired you to create your blog, and what do you hope to achieve from it?
So I think that my love for fashion has inspired me. I want to be an inspiration for younger girls, and I want to make my blog a safe place. And I really want to talk more to my audience, about mental health. I want to talk about fashion. I want to talk about, all those important things. And I really love when people reach out to me for help, because I want to be there for my followers, and I want to, help anyone in the way that I can. So yeah.
So, was there a certain time you realized that talking about fashion, lifestyle, and beauty was your passion? And how was this experience for you? Like the moment you realized that this was something you really loved to talk about and post?
So there's actually a little funny story about this. I This passion started early in my life. When I was a little girl, I would take my mom's nail polish, and I would take her makeup, and I would take all her like skincare products and take it back to my room, and I would take my mom's camera, set it up, and I would just talk to the camera. I always loved talking to the camera, and so I would just kind of like do a little like um, video of me putting on my makeup and stuff like that. So I always wanted to have like my own YouTube channel, but my mom never let me have my own little YouTube channel because I was super little, and you know how people are online, they could be really mean. So yeah, this still is like a dream of mine, is to have my own little YouTube channel, and I'm still working towards that goal.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I know. I feel like who you are can like emerge like so little. Like you have this little thing and you don't realize what it can kind of develop into. I feel like same
Yeah.
with me. Like I feel like I've always like loved dressing up. Like even when it was like a casual event, I'd always be the one like in like a skirt or just like a fancier outfit. So I can relate because I've always loved fashion too. And I think it's great that your goal and kind of your motive is to inspire people because I feel like a lot of people go on social media and sometimes it can be draining, but I think it's always amazing to find those accounts that are the opposite, that are inspiring and that make your followers want to come back and keep engaging with your content. So keep that up because I'm sure your followers and everyone who comes across your content loves it and is inspired.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet.
So, your feed reflects soft tones and a delicate aesthetic. So, what made you decide to have this, and how do you plan your content?
Well, my aesthetic changes like every so often. I feel like sometimes my Instagram's like all over the place, and it really depends the season, because I feel like my aesthetic changes, depending on the season.
Hmm.
So right now, I have spring colors, so I've been really into pinks and greens and pastel colors. So yeah, I've been really incorporating those colors into my feed, and I really like it. As for content planning, I use the app Preview. I really love that app because you can kind of see how the photo would look like before I post it. and it really helps me kind of make my Instagram look more professional. So I definitely recommend the app. And I also plan my content a week ahead of time, like my location and what I'm gonna wear and my outfit and my hair. So those things are super important. And yeah, those are some of my tips.
Cool. So like you kind of plan your content based on this season with like the colors and like stuff like that. I think that's great because I feel like that can change like people's moods, when they like look at your content, it like reflects like nature and stuff like.
Yeah,
I love how your feed. Well, I noticed because I guess it's like summer is around the corner that it's very soft colors and stuff, which is why I asked about the soft tones and why you chose that. But I think it's also interesting that you said you plan your content and like what you're going to shoot a week in advance. So would you say that like being homeschooled has kind of made it easier for you to have more time to kind of shoot and stuff like that?
oh yeah, definitely. Because of course, if I was in school, I would probably stuck. But I'll probably be stuck in school for like 7 hours. So, I finish class at like I usually finish class at like 11 a.m. So I have the rest of the day to myself, and I get to kind of plan stuff like this. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome. So, what does fashion mean to you, and how do you represent who you are through the clothing you wear?
So I am not a one type of fashion kind of person. I change my style like all the time. And some days I want to wear pink, and some days I want to wear a little dress. But some days I want to feel badass and I want to put on my Dr. Martens. So I don't have like a particular style. I just kind of go with the trends. I go with my mood or however the weather is that day. So yeah, I feel like fashion is a way to express yourself, and that's just how I express myself.
Yes, totally. I also agree. Fashion is subjective, I feel like, to the person, and everyone has a different fashion style and way they like to dress. And I think that's how it should be. I like talked about this in one of my episodes, but I was saying that there's so many trends out there that I don't want to kind of follow all of them. I kind of want to pick and choose what I like and then make it my own because I feel like that's what kind of makes you you. Um,
Yeah,
if like everyone were to follow every single trend and want to buy everything out there, first of all, I feel like it would go out of style quickly because I feel like the trends are always changing and stuff like that. And also,
yeah,
you
they
want to be
do.
yourself and you kind of want to wear different things and be your own trendsetter rather than always trying to follow the trends. So I agree, and I like that thinking you have because I do the same.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's fun to switch up your style and wear what you want.
Yeah, definitely. Because it makes you like unique and stuff like that. So,
hmm
all have something that inspires us. So, for you personally, what is something that inspires you and anything you'd like to talk about with that?
Um, I think that Pinterest inspires me. I see a lot of like talented girls on there, and Pinterest helps me kind of get ideas for my pictures on Instagram. So that's just one of the things is Pinterest. And also, um, I visit New York a lot, so I get inspired with New Yorkers and what they wear. They have like exotic pieces, and I admire that, and I get a lot of inspo from them, as well as window shopping. I love window shopping. I mean, who doesn't love shopping? But I love to check out boutiques and designer stores, and I love to just kind of like um, see what's in and the latest trends and stuff like that. So, yeah, those are some things that inspire me.
Cool. I love Pinterest. I think they have the best ideas. Like I can scroll on there all day. And I like how I don't know, sometimes I feel like Instagram is very like how many likes and comments did I get rather than like Pinterest is kind
Yeah,
of I feel like more free and you can kind of just get inspiration without kind of feeling I don't know, always just worried about like the likes because I feel like that's not what's most important. I think inspiring is super important and that's why I really love the concept of Pinterest. So I go on there like all the time and like with what you said, I also get inspiration for my posts on there and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people kind of use Pinterest as a way of just like inspiring. I think it's a really great platform.
Yeah, I think so too. Sure.
Mhm. So, finally, can you talk about a few of your favorite ways to become the healthiest version of yourself and some tips you have in order to do so?
So I practice a lot of self-care and self-love. I think those things are so important. Um, I like to eat healthy, even though I'm a sucker for chocolates. I meditate whenever I feel like stressed out, overwhelmed, or anxious, and I find that those things really help me. And I love to be in contact with nature because I love to do camping, so that's kind of like a getaway trip for me. And as for self-love, I try not to be so hard on myself because I think that a lot of people can be hard on themselves, and I try not to fill my head with negative thoughts. I try to, be as positive as I try to be as positive as I can. And yeah, those are just some important things to that help me become the healthiest version of myself.
Yes, I love that. I think it's so easy to kind of be so hard on yourself, especially I'm not sure if you're like this, but I'm like a perfectionist and I feel like I always have to do everything so perfect, but I kind of have to remember that nobody's perfect and everyone's just trying to be their best selves. And I feel like sometimes being too hard on yourself can kind of prevent you from doing what you want to do because you're always so focused on like the negatives about yourself rather than
Yeah.
like all the good qualities you have and stuff like that. So I think you should have a balance between everything, kind of obviously set goals and become the person you want to be, but also I don't know, give yourself like some credit for all you have done because if you're never like satisfied with where you are, then you're never going to be satisfied. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you need to
Yeah.
give yourself credit because everyone deserves to do that. So,
Yeah,
um,
those are all very important things that we need to do.
so finally, what are some ways that people can get in contact with you and kind of just stay connected with your content and everything you have to offer?
So yeah, you guys can follow my Instagram. It is Edition Styles, and also I have my travel page where you can find me, travels in style. So I'm sure you will link it. And yeah, you can message me whenever you want. I love answering questions and stuff like that. So I'm here to help.
Awesome. So you have two accounts, the addition
Yeah,
style.
I do.
Okay.
I have a travel account and my personal account.
Love that. So thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. I'm super happy to be here.